This is a just bizarre situation where we've got a voluntary police officer, not a CSO apparently, a voluntary police officer, basically telling somebody that you are not allowed to sing, quote, church songs outside of church. I kid you not. Have a little watch and have a little listen to this clip, because this happened on Britain's streets this weekend.
Religion you're allowed to do anywhere.
No, miss, you're not allowed to sing church songs outside of church grounds, by the way.
You're not allowed to sing church songs outside
of church songs or church
you're not allowed
grounds. That's fine. That's
you're not
fine.
allowed. She just said you're not allowed to sing church songs outside of church.
Our church outside of church grounds, unless you have
That's a load of rubbish.
authorised by the church to do this kind of song.
He's not saying anything anymore.
Are you saying that you don't care about the Human Rights Act? You're lost.
If you're listening rather than watching, the end of that video is this volunteer policewoman sticking her tongue out at the camera. Very professional. It's quite the most bizarre thing. People were singing gospel songs, being told you can't sing church songs outside of church without authorisation. Quite the most bizarre thing. We've seen again and again and again police officers, proper police officers, not even volunteers like that, telling people, you know, you can't pray silently outside an abortion clinic. You can't do this, you can't do that, you can't, you know, say that, you know, trans women aren't women and things like that. People being threatened with arrest for basic statements of belief and freedom of speech. And yet, weirdly, you're allowed to shout for Jihad if you're on a pro-Palestinian, pro-Gaza march on a Saturday afternoon in London. I find this a bit confusing.
It seems that one side of an argument can get away with everything and another side can't when it comes to protests. And I think that's always been the way over the last 2 years. It's a worrying development. But really, should the police be going around telling people they can't sing, they can't pray, they can't think something? Why don't they go and deal with, like, actual crime?
Yeah, I mean, I'm an atheist, but I'm quite happy to hear people singing wonderful gospel songs in the street when I'm out shopping. How lovely. You know, cheers us all up.
It certainly does.
But they wouldn't have gone up to someone from any other religious only religious belief. That's the thing. You know they wouldn't have. And this is the thing. And people say, well, but also the idea that you're completely uninformed. I mean, she's ignorant, this woman.
Yes.
She doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
And she's getting involved in something she doesn't know anything about. And police officers, you know, people don't realise whether she's voluntary or whether she's a genuine police officer. Does she have the powers of arrest? She's got a uniform on. Yeah. She looks like she's a police officer, telling people they can't. I mean, this is embarrassing. I mean, it's bad enough for police officers, you know, taking the knee and wearing rainbow flags and all of that. Do your job, but you also need to know your stuff. You need to know the law. And we had this during lockdown, didn't we, where police officers were telling people, you can't do this, you can't do that. No, people were legally. You have to wear a mask. No, you're not legally required to wear a mask.
Yeah, but this is a problem when you start getting volunteers in to do something and you give them a couple of days.
I think it's bad enough with the trained ones.
A couple of days' worth of training and they don't know what the actual law is. Now, you know, if this was you and I out on the street, I'm sure that we would come up with other things that we would rather ban than singing.
Yes.
Slow walkers.
Slow walking.
Not having any of that.
Definitely ban that. Oh, that's a conservative style ban. You know, like disposable vapes being banned, but slow walkers.
Yeah, I make an exception.
People who are on their phones and just suddenly stop. That's at the top of escalators. We love them.
No, we'll have that. But this is why I should never be allowed out there enforcing.
This is what I always say to people. There's loads of things on paper. Yeah, this is why I should never be in charge or be allowed a gun. Both things. Both things. But anyway, Claire Pearsall, thank you very much.